last year we made a very good growth. We ended up with 39,000 Germans on our shores, and this year we started on again a spectacular performance. We're already at 32% increase in the German market, and if we just look next door, the Austrian market, it's 30% increase as well, which shows Germany, we have already direct flight of twice weekly, Condor connecting us, and we have a lot of other airlines, the Middle Eastern hubs, Ethiopian Airlines and others. But very importantly, as of end of this month, we will be having our own national airline, Air Seychelles, connecting the German market to Seychelles twice a week, and this is a very important development for us if we really want to see further growth in the market. We would like at this point to welcome our dear minister from our neighboring island, Mauritius, to the stand. Welcome. And thank you for being here.
I guide you and I give you orders.
I would like to So I'll continue my very short speech. Where was I? On Air Seychelles.
Roy, please come.
But before I pass on to Roy, because we have dear Minister St.Ange here in the stand, and later he will be saying a few words, on behalf of the Seychelles Tourism Board, we would like to pledge our support for you in this endeavor. We are very proud of the noble task. We definitely would like you to take that position after Mr. Rifai. And as a team, my team on my side, we would like to wish you the best of luck.
Taking the time out to join us this evening. And yes, your ears are right. You have got a man with an Irish accent standing here representing the national airline of the Seychelles. I think that just goes to prove the Irish we get every place, or at least our grandmothers did anyway. And there is an Irish pub as well, so I'm going to visit that. So as has been alluded to already, we're only 22 days away from the start of direct services from Germany to Seychelles. So twice a week, Airbus A330, leaving here at 8 PM at night, arriving at 8 AM next morning into Seychelles. You can't get better than that. It literally is, and hopefully many of you have seen the advertising out there already. It literally is good night Duesseldorf, good morning Seychelles. Imagine that, on a plane, 8 o'clock at night, waking up next morning in Seychelles. It is now possible to do so. Not only are we very lucky in the catchment area of Düsseldorf, and I think yesterday we got into debates, is it 18 million, is it 20 million, is it 22? It doesn't really matter when you're talking numbers that size. It's a fantastic catchment area. We've got amazing connectivity with flight partners, over 16 flights connecting our Düsseldorf flight to Seychelles each of the days of operation. Huge catchment area, connectivity, neighbouring regions as well. It's got everything as a recipe for success. I would like to thank obviously several people, Seychelles Tourism Board for all the support in getting ready for the flights and the marketing of it, Düsseldorf Airport also in the push they've been doing also with us, and certainly more than anybody all our travel trade partners both overseas and in Seychelles, because it ultimately comes down to you to make it a success. So thank you very much. We're 22 days away from an absolutely amazing experience, and everybody thought it was about bringing people from Germany to Seychelles. Here's an interesting fact for you. Our first couple of flights from Seychelles to Düsseldorf, and the Seychellois absolutely love shopping. So they do. Look, there you go. You hear it straight away. They love shopping. We've got several hundred Seychellois already booked to come to Duesseldorf for shopping. I hate to think how much excess baggage it's going to be on the way back to Seychelles, but it's going to work in both directions. So 22 days time, Seychelles, here we come. Thank you very much.
And now our new minister. Actually, to be honest, ich sage es wieder in Deutsch, im Grunde genommen viele von Ihnen wissen, wer er ist, weil Maurice Alain ist seit Dekaden unsere Seychellen Tourismus, er war CEO, er war vorher dann Staatssekretär, er hat unheimlich viel und ich muss zugeben, ich freue mich sehr, euch zu informieren. Er hat unterschrieben damals im Dezember, dass er der Minister machen wird, Minister UNWTO.
What did you say earlier? Monsieur Rifai, colleague minister, Monsieur St.Ange. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very difficult to actually capture your attention and try to make sense of all of this. But there's only two things I want to say. The first one is I want to thank all of you here for receiving me so warmly in this tourism family. I feel deeply honored for your reception since I became minister. So that is the first point. I hope that I will be a listening minister. I want to listen to you. But also, I hope that together we can be decisive. Together we can be evasive, because there will be times where we have to do things probably differently. I count on your support, and I hope that we can take tourism in Seychelles to the next level. But before we do that, I'd like to acknowledge all the hard work, the dedication, the leadership of Alain St.Ange. He has left me with a difficult task. I hope and I wish you very good luck in your race. We are right behind you. You have our support. You have our complete support. And let us hope that together we can tango with the UNWTO. Thank you very much and have a pleasant evening.
I would say now former minister, but I may say Alain because I know him since years. Alain, from the bottom of our hearts, we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Edith. Minister Alain, outgoing Secretary General of the UNWTO, Taleb Rifai, a good friend of Seychelles, but a good friend of tourism. Mr. Gayan, Mauritius, Mr. Kinnier, I think friends from the trade, but friends from tourism. If we are gathered here, it's primarily to mark Air Seychelles coming into Duesseldorf. It's a good addition to what we're doing for Seychelles tourism. Needed flight, and Air Seychelles delivers for the Seychelles tourism industry. But today I'm standing here as the candidate for the position of Secretary General of the UNWTO, and I need to thank Taleb, firstly, for the work you have done. It's going to make it difficult for the next SG to come in, because you have been a father figure for the tourism industry. I worked closely with you, appreciated every moment that we've done together. You've flown to Seychelles, you were with us at the different times that we needed you to be by our side. And for this, I sincerely say thank you. Obviously, the work that you've done needs to be continued. But as Mr. Alain said about my own work, he needs to look at it with a new eye at the same time. He'll be the same with the UNWTO.
You made it difficult for him as well.
And I can assure you, if on the 11th of May, I am elected SG, we will take the UN, the work that you've done, a step forward. And I can assure you that we will keep the legacy of Taleb Rifai, a legacy that will mark the tourism era together with the effort that Seychelles will come in behind you. I thank everybody for your support. It has been remarkable, these 2 days at ITB. The support from ministers, the support from the trade has really been good. And I just give you all an avant-goût that on the 11th of May, hopefully, Seychelles will fly its flag higher than it's done so far. Thank you very much.
So now we're serving drinks and some food and a few group photos. So whoever would like to have photos, please come.
So for all the wonderful ladies in the crowd here, happy UN International Day of Women. I want to say that in the year 2013, I was invited by this very fine gentleman to something called the Seychelles Festival, the Carnival. I always heard of Seychelles. I never had the chance to go visit. When I went there, I realized that I spent so many years of my life without tasting and experiencing one of the most wonderful places that anybody can ever dream of in their lives. Of course, being hosted by Alain St.Ange gave the trip a very special flavor. But Seychelles is something, and it's something to visit, Alain. My experience is always engraved in my mind. I must also say that on the way back to Madrid, I made a wonderful stop in the Mauritius. And I could see how this combination is a powerful one and a very conducive one. I'm not surprised that the good minister from Mauritius insists to be here, to be next to you, Minister, and to join hands together. That's the way our tourism family operates. What's good for my neighbor is good for me. So enjoy your time. Best of luck, Alain. Wish you all the best. You made the job difficult for your successor, and I'm sure he will even make it even more difficult for his successor. Thank you very much. Enjoy the evening. Thank you.